What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, we are finally returning to the Guinea Pig team in our adventures through the 2015 Blue Destiny manga. It has been a while, so let's play a little catch-up. Yuu Kajima is a part of a group called the Guinea Pig team. 2 units called Blue Destiny and the Ifrit Custom contain the exam system. A young girl named Marion has been calling out to Yuu. Last time, Yuu and Nimbus started fighting one another while Marion looks on. In this episode, Yuu and the gang will be saved by Blue. He will go up against Amado in a simulator, and they will also fight against a rhinoceros. So let's get into this. Zeon approaches the Medea. They are trying to get their hands on the EFF exam unit. The Ifrit rushes. They shoot at the unit, but it doesn't even slow down at the assault. He is too fast for anyone to get a lock on. Simona pulls back and forgets about the turrets behind him. Philip and Simona go to stop the Doms. Yuu fights Nimbus one-on-one. As their battle intensifies, the Blue Destiny exam system begins activating. Marion is watching the two fight. Dr. Alf goes to pilot Blue Destiny. Someone has to do something. But as he heads towards the unit, it begins moving on its own. It breaks out of the Medea and begins firing its Vulcans, taking out the Ifrit's missile pod. As they watch the mobile suit activate, they wonder if it is a spy, not knowing that no one is piloting the unit. The Ifrit is taking on a lot of stress in the joints. It isn't used to fighting on Earth and is more of a space fighter. Yuu looks at Blue and notices that it is crying again. He could see Marion. He says that Blue is not the enemy, and Zeon comes in for a second attack. Back at the base, Jill, a Zeon spy, is prepping for a mission. She will be working with Maureen during the mission. They are heading out to help the Medea. While striking up a conversation with Jill, Maureen wonders why she is dating an idiot like Philip. It's because she is a spy, Maureen. The aura of the Ifrit's exam system is overwhelming Marion. As the two go hand in hand again, Zeon gets an encrypted message to fall back. Philip calls them cowards for retreating after causing so much damage. They go to check on the second team that was helping out. Maureen contacts the team and lets them know she is on her way. Alf thanks Blue for protecting Blue. Yuu finally knows the name of the mysterious unit. Maureen and a Medea makes it to their location. They bring along a gun tank that has been retrofitted as a mobile worker. It just looks like a gun tank with a crane added, but if there's more data on this unit that I am missing, let me know in the comments. They use it to lift up Blue Destiny and all the downed parts from the battle. Alf is micromanaging all the mechanics. Jill talks to him and tries to get info on the mobile suit. She asks how the suit was able to operate on its own. Alf says that it was due to the exam system, which was initially developed by Zeon, but he plans on perfecting it. He lets slip out information that they plan on making more units and even creating a ground variant. They will be very busy. April 1st, UC0079. Operation V is officially drafted to extend the RX line as EFF lagged behind in mobile suit development. With the help of Amado Ray's battle data, EFF was able to mass-produce the RGM-79. While these mass-produced units were being made, Augusta Labs built mobile suits that focused less on efficiency and more on performance. This led to units such as Alex Gundam, made specifically to use with new types. Blue Destiny was also another one of these units. In the present, Yuu is out in the field when suddenly the RX-78-2 attacks him. The speed of the unit, the power of the BOA XBR beam rifle, the lightning-fast intuition. The Gundam is overwhelming Yuu, piloting Blue. The Gundam rushes in and slices Blue in half. He was running a simulator. He lasted longer than Simona, who never even saw the Gundam coming. They talk about how the data from Amado is pivotal to creating the next generation of units, especially during the 1-year war, where there is a fast turnaround when it comes to mobile suit production. They hear that BD Unit 2 and BD Unit 3 will be delivered soon. Alf tells the team to stop messing around with the Gundam sim and start focusing on Goof and Dom runs. He tells them that tomorrow they will do live training exercises. That night, Philip and Jill are having a little pillow talk. Jill pries more to get information on the Blue Destiny units, but Phil passes out from a long day of training. Jill reveals that she stole the RX-78 training data from him. The next day, the Guinea Pig team heads out. Yuu informs the team they will be using virtual beam weapons, which will deactivate their suits based on the simulated damage incurred. Maureen reminds the team to watch out for building and structural damage as well. They begin their training. The Zeon fleet is fixing their mobile suits. Nimbus wonders how Earthnoids live with random rain. His men tell him that the person on the inside has sabotaged Blue and things will go wrong during their training. There are some allies nearby that happen to have some goose. Nimbus wants to negotiate with them for their supplies. Tristan asks Serge why he trusts in the spy so much. Serge tells him that it is because she was Makuve's most trusted spy, and since he left Earth, is really the only dependable spy they have. Remember, this is post-Battle of Odessa. Tristan doesn't like Nimbus's fate approach to making decisions. As Yuu tears through the second unit team, a Zeon team comes in. One of the units is the Rhinoceros. The Rhinoceros is a prototype ground mobile armor that was rushed to construction and made with spare parts. It uses a Zaku 2 torso and uses a thermonuclear hover unit like the Gallop. Despite what it looks like, it is lightly armored and has issues with overheating. It is equipped with an armed machine gun, an 18-tube missile launcher, and a 3-barrel heavy machine gun. There are 2 different variants. The Type A has a 200mm cannon, and the Type B uses a burst liner cannon, which is a megaparticle cannon that Zeon stole from EFF. The Rhinoceros we see here is a Type A. Alf wants to use this opportunity for Yuu to use Blue in the wild. During Zeon's landing operation, they found out just how big Earth was and were spread too thin. While on Earth, they created ad hoc mobile weapons to work for specific needs. The Rhino is amongst one of these machines. On top of the Rhino is a battle heli. The battle heli achieved good results in ground attacks and close air support for infantry and mobile vehicles, but its firepower just wasn't good enough for mobile suit combat. It is equipped with Vulcans and a wired 4-tube missile launcher controlled by a gunner. The Rhino starts firing at the team. Simona is in the new GM cannon. The RGC-80 GM cannon was originally supposed to be a mass-produced version of the gun cannon, but it was easier and more efficient to adapt it to the RGM line. It essentially turned the unit into a gun cannon light, with 60% of its parts being shared with the GM. It is equipped with a 240mm cannon, a 60mm Vulcan gun, a beam spray gun, the 90mm bulb-up machine gun, and all of the other weapons that the GM can equip, which is a lot. Simona tries to calculate the trajectory and shoots down the cannon blast coming their way. The second unit team is getting attacked. It destroys a building. Philip goes in to help them. Alf tells Yuu if he gets in close, the Rhino won't be able to attack him, but they have to move fast before the Magella attack tank goes into flight mode. He rushes in and begins his attack, but sure enough, Magella attack tanks launch. Simona uses his cannon on the air units. The combat heli takes off from the Rhino. Yuu jumps on top of the Rhino and instantly takes out the attack heli. He hears the name Frank in his head, and it seems to be as though Marion is sad. Maureen congratulates them but says they lost a point on the training exercise for buildings getting damaged. Alf thinks that Yuu will be able to draw out the power of Blue simply because he wasn't consumed. Meanwhile, inside of Blue, Yuu was taken aback as he just felt like something was trying to consume him. A squad of Zakus led by a goof is being sniped at from afar. The team spreads out thin. That is when Nimbus and his men comes tearing through everyone except the goof. Nimbus tells him to get out of his mobile suit. The pilot yells at Nimbus, claiming that if he doesn't get what he wants, he just takes it. Tristan yells at him, but Nimbus just answers him with his sword. Waitwan, or Waitwand, I'm not sure, is a defensive base that surrounds another base containing missiles. It is quite impregnable. Alf tells them that 3 teams will attack from 3 separate directions. Yuu's team will be tasked with escorting choppers once they penetrate through the walls. After the mission briefing, Jill comes in and asks Alf about Clust. He doesn't want to give out too much information about the exam system, but he does mention to her that a new GM will be deployed soon. Jill notes that Nimbus's team has received supplies, and both teams are rearing to go. She flicks a carafe in the briefing room in a similar manner to how Makuve flicks his penis-shaped antique. Yuu's team goes in to attack the base. Simona and Philip want to take the lead on this one, but Yuu goes in and starts tearing through the Zakus on the other side of the wall. Zeon sees this mobile suit as some kind of monster. Nimbus is talking to Tristan about destroying the Zeon mobile suits. They needed parts, but Tristan says that sometimes blood must be spilled. Nimbus looks up to the Ifrit custom and begins thinking of Marion from the past. He starts feeling guilt suddenly. His team watches him awkwardly as he zones out. Surge snaps him out of it. They are informed that EFF is attacking Waitwand. They decide to go intervene. Yuu and the gang are tearing through Zakus with ease and note that their mobile suits aren't well maintained. EFF decides to send out the choppers even though they haven't cleared the wall yet. It seems that Team 2 got to the center first and are charging to attack formation. Missiles are being prepped. They have to protect the choppers and make sure they make it to the center. Alf says that he will activate the exam system if necessary. The team goes in to escort the choppers. And that will do it for this episode. We are slowly uncovering the mystery that is the exam unit. We also get to see small nuggets of how Amado's data from the Gundam have greatly benefited EFF in more ways than we imagined. Next time, we will learn more of the exam system. Nimbus will get all the parts he needs, and we will see the Gelgoog make its way to the battlefield as it reaches the late stages of war. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, just because you are as big as a Rhino mobile suit doesn't make you as strong as an actual Rhino. Peace.